My family, hi, welcome to another one here on Truth and Love the Church with your brother Joseph. So I've been mainly focusing on this Ghana elections, but I believe maybe this may be one of those last videos, not the last video, but one of those last videos, so that we focus on other things, okay? The elections are on the 7th, today is the 4th. So I just wanted to share with us, the journey, the full story concerning, these elections, as regards to the prophecies that have been released. So what I'll just try to do is I'll mainly focus on two prophets because they are the ones who are actually at the center stage of what is actually happening. I won't focus on Prophet Victor because, there are biases that are there. And, even in the comments, I've been seeing you saying that you don't mainly look at his prophecy that much because he's an NPP party member, so you prophesy for NPP. Well, I may not know about that. Okay. So I'll mainly take you through what Prophet Andrew has been saying, and what Dr. Isaac Owusu has been saying, just to show you that what the things that are happening in the realm of the spirit are actually influencing what is happening here in the physical realm. So let me just start off with, one of the videos I uploaded. I'll just be taking bits and pieces of it. So I'm just going to start off with this scripture. I'm just going to read for you 1 Samuel chapter 13 verse 8 going on. So it says, Saul waited there 7 days for Samuel as Samuel had instructed him earlier, and Samuel didn't come. But Saul realized that his troops were rapidly slipping away, so he demanded, bring me the burnt offering and peace offerings. And Saul sacrificed the burnt offerings for himself. Just as Saul had finished doing that, Samuel arrived, and he went out to meet him. And Samuel said, what have you done? All right. And we actually hear what Samuel then said. He said that you have not kept the command of the Lord, the command of the Lord, our God he has given you. You have, had you kept it, you would have established your kingdom over Israel forever. But now your kingdom must end, for the Lord has sought out a man after his own heart, and the Lord has already appointed him to be leader of his people, because you have not kept the Lord's command. All right. So we are actually seeing Saul, who had been told by Samuel to go and wait for him in Gilgal, and Samuel was going to, offer burnt offerings for the establishment of Saul's kingdom, but Saul disobeyed. Okay, why did we actually read the scripture? There is another one that we can also read. We remember of Elisha when there was hunger and famine, and he actually said, by this time tomorrow this is going to happen. And we actually had one of the captains of the guard who actually say that even if the windows of heaven were to be opened, this would not be so. And Elisha actually said, you will see it, but you will not partake of it. We are actually seeing examples of people who don't hearken to prophetic instructions, or who make light of prophetic instructions. Why are we talking about this? We remember an incident where we had Peter Obi, who was supposed to be the president of Nigeria, but he couldn't because of his disrespect for a prophet.
What causes presidents to walk and say, I do not care, I'm going there, and I'm going to be told by this man? And if he says I'm not the president, I need him to lay hands on me so I can become one. The one who was supposed to be president came to the house. He had all his bags. He thought he was going to sleep there. And my drivers put the bags there, and they put the bags there. I can tell you, I took the bags there. I told him what I needed to tell him. I took the bags. And he thought I was taking him to the other side house where he's going to sleep. I said, guys, take him to the airport. And he says, I've got a gift for you, sir. I said, okay. What is the gift? He gave me perfume and some nonsense. I said, you want to be a president, and in your head perfume is the best solution. Bring a Bible or something. Immediately he lost elections. He hasn't gone to elections yet, but he just lost.
And that was Peter Obi, my family. So with what happened in Nigeria in mind, let's now look at, these Ghanaian elections. Let me just take you through how things have been changing. So let's start off with this one.
And also Ghana, there is a thing that I was shown where God said, I am about to shift Ghana. Not that it was evil, but they were mistakes that were made when I gave a plan to execute what should happen in Ghana. I chose a leader that was going to be better for the season for the people of Ghana. I said that man was my choice. But in the execution of it, there were mistakes that were done. And there was lack of support for the leader in fixing what I needed fixed. So I saw a man approaching the throne. As he was about to approach the throne, God said, wait. There are things I want you to do. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 things. If you do them, you'll be the one to sit on the same seat. And he's supposed to be doing them within the next 3 months. If he has done it, I'll come back here and tell you straight. If he has not done it, I'll be here to tell you that time. If he doesn't do it, I'll tell you in the next 90 days that Mahama will not be president there. But I saw Mahama approaching the throne as if he wants to sit there. And the Lord said, it's open. Just do 1, 2, 3. One of it is a phone call. 3 months window. Only 3 months window. He does that phone call even if he ignores the 2. That phone call is important. And as long as when they say there's a phone call that he's talking about, you will know what it is.
So listen to this, my family. Please note what he actually said. He said if he does, these 3 things, but mainly the phone call, then he's going to be president. But if he doesn't, then he won't be. Remember, I'm just looking at things and I'm just, sharing with you what we can actually gather from this. So you can actually see that if the former President Mahama doesn't call or didn't call within 90 days, he won't be president.
He's supposed to be doing them within the next 3 months. If he has done it, I'll come back here and tell you straight. If he has not done it, I'll be here to tell you that time. If he doesn't do it, I'll tell you in the next 90 days that Mahama will not be president there. But I saw Mahama approaching the throne.
So you see, my family, just to confirm what Prophet Angel was saying here, he was saying that it's open for Mahama. In other words, meaning that Mahama was at an advantage. And to prove that this is true, Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah also came out to actually say that I saw a vision and an elephant was in a cage. And remember, if you look at the logo, the elephant is NPP. So Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah was actually saying an elephant is in a cage, when Prophet Angel had also said that Mahama, it's open for him, meaning at that time, Mahama had an advantage.
Bibi to say cage, Kessia huge, up here free. Na men konkosha cage num na me hu osono kese a o she cage num na ya to no mu ya lock no na me hu ni o lock ye ba me hu akwa bi mienu a o mu gina cage no gate kese na no ba ku gina ni fa so na ba ku gina bonkum so na osono no kenya ne ho a pese opia na sa 2 presence no to say angels no matter osono no no asan yedin ba osono na ne ho den or try so be breaki ba oya omutia na no asan yedin.
So this is part of the prophecy that was circulating, where he was saying that he saw a vision of an elephant in a cage and angels were actually guarding it, though it was fighting to break free, but it couldn't come out of the cage. So that actually shows us that at that particular time, Mahama was at an advantage, but this then happened.
The Ghana one, they joke with me. If he himself doesn't call me, you will not get it. So they are calling everyone, I'm this, I'm the brother, I'm the cousin, I'm this one, I'm the secretary, I'm this. Hey, me, I tell you 10 days, you don't respond. You call your office is responding. So they called me yesterday. I said, no, look, I told you 10 days. So I need to think again.
So something very interesting I want you to notice that when Mahama disobeyed Prophet Angel, didn't actually listen. This then happened in the realm of the spirit.
At the time when I said that I had seen a mighty elephant in a cage and the elephant was struggling, soon after that, we can recount the confusion which beset the party NPP. And the fact that anywhere they went to, people were not ready to receive them, and they were throwing dust and hooting at them and calling them names. Recently, I said to somebody that I saw in a vision that the cage was open and the elephant was out of the cage.
Maybe I used to call ya Jini, or to me, I want you, my baby. But
wherever Jesus went to,
a word to a wise is
that
enough.
He was received, he performed mighty miracles.
So you see, my family, Muhammad did not adhere to the, that 10-day instruction that he was given, by God through Prophet Uebert. So we could actually hear Dr. Isaac also Bempah saying that the elephant is now out of the cage. Okay, so meaning that as it stood by that time, we actually had 3 prophets who were actually prophesying to say that NPP would win.
God said it, that if within 10 days the man doesn't contact you, it's a done deal, is done.
Now, prophets have already prophesied. I don't doubt their prophecy. At the time when I said that I had seen a mighty elephant in a cage and the elephant was struggling, soon after that, we can recount the confusion which beset the party NPP. And the fact that anywhere they went to, people were not ready to receive them, and they were throwing dust and hooting at them and calling them names. Recently, I said to somebody that I saw in a vision that the cage was open and the elephant was out of the cage.
The angel
that came,
the
angel that came, I saw, you could see currents of lightning moving through his body from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet. It was moving. And when he came, he introduced himself to me as one of the princes. And he said to me that he's one of those that changes the destiny of nations. And he said to me that he is the one who gives authority and gives the sovereignty of nations to the person who the Lord desires.
7th December, 8th December, 9th December, and you be a thief.
By 9th December, we will know those who are truly prophets.
His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia shall be crowned the President of Ghana.
See, my family, in as far as prophecies are concerned, once the Lord had actually showed them, we can actually see that these prophets were saying that NPP was winning. But then Prophet Angel then prayed to God, and this is what the Lord said to him.
So God spoke to me, and you heard me speak clearly. No failure. I spoke God's word. He told me if Muhammad does not call me in 10 days, he will not be president. And he did not call me. So for me, that was settled already. He will not be president. He did not call. That was settled. 100% settled. I had no doubt in my mind. 10 days. Within a few hours, his people called me, but he did not call. I don't have a problem with anyone not calling me. I'm the one who hears from God. And my position doesn't need voting in. You know why God wanted Muhammad? Very simple. He literally told me it wasn't just he is the Christian side of it. He said, I have a hand in what Ghana is doing. So I said, Lord, what is it? He said, it's not the Christian part of it. Although it includes the Christian part of it. But it says, the man, I weighed his heart for the nation. And I looked at
things that they called mistakes he has done and weaknesses, and I weighed them against his heart, and I said there was an intention for good in him that can push the country of Ghana to a higher degree. Said the problem that is happening in Ghana is identity politics, where people say, I'm this one, I'm this political party. They are not looking at my will. Said, but I want to change Ghana. I have a heart. And I said, I'm going to pray. I went to the prayer mountain there. As I was there, I said, I'm praying. I want to pray. God, have you locked the door because the man has not called me in 10 days? Who am I? I'm just Uebert angel. Said, you represent me, and the man failed to respect and honor that. I said, if this is the quality of this man, and you are saying these are the right ones, can it not get a second chance for this man? And God said, I'm going to give you 2 names of people you already have access to. 2 names. When I say access to, it doesn't mean say I spoke to these people, I was speaking to these people. No, I wasn't. But I knew how to get a hold of them. Said, you speak to Archbishop, and then you speak to a prophet, Prophet Owusu Bempah. He said, these are the authorities I put in the land of Ghana. Now watch this. He said, you put the matter before them of this 10-day timeline. When you put the matter before them, guess what? Cause them to speak to me about it and leave it with Ghana. You leave it with these 2 people, and they will speak to him, and then they will speak to me to reverse the 10-day timeline. And when I listen to them and I hear them, if I tell them it is so, then it is reversed.
So I hope you're following me, my family. So that is Prophet Angel's side. He started by saying that the door is open for Mahama. It is open for him to win it. Gave him 90 days, didn't respond. Gave him 10 days, didn't respond. His people were responding, but not the men. And then God gave him 2 people, Archbishop Duncan Williams, Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempah. So you see, he talked about 2 gatekeepers, and the first gatekeeper, that's Archbishop Duncan Williams, who actually recently came out to say this.
You must vote, and you must use conscience and conviction to vote. Because there are some people, they must never have authority. They must never have power. Because when they have power and authority, they destroy a country.
And also Bempah came out saying that, the Lord had told him to stop doing any work, any prophetic work to ensure that NPP get into power.
Christopher, we are Christians.
The charismatics for.
And we belong to the charismatic. Things like this we usually don't believe it. But the fact that you don't believe it does not mean it didn't happen or it does not exist.
Me directions, me Mpaibo, ama MPP, and Dr. Baumia. And I ready. Ebe catch them say, Minyadia me yeno, Chadia wo yeno.
So while I was still in the pursuit of performing directions for NPP and for Dr. Baumia, God came to me and said, my servant, stop what you are doing.
Adentina asase nsuo ebuof na ewradea minsugu no so se minyai.
Now ask the $1 million question is that why God of heaven has come to me to say to me that my servant, stop what you are doing.
Adentina onyame ka kire Samuel say,
why did God say to Samuel, stop praying and mourning for Saul? What happened? And God revealed it to me. But I am not sure I am prepared to disclose that to you. And so heaven is upset with the party in power, or the party that formed government. And again, the earth, the spiritual entities and custodians of the earth are also upset with the So you know what? I have not done anything. So don't channel your frustration and your anger and annoyance toward the prophet of God.
So you see, my family, very interesting. According to the prophet, it is Mahama who is the upper hand. And so what are the final words, as it stands? What are the final words, with regards to what these three prophets are actually saying? This is where Prophet Angel actually stopped.
So number one, what did I say? Call me in 10 days. If you don't call me in 10 days, you lose. He didn't call me in 10 days. Then what did we do? The second thing is I had an intervention from great men of God until I asked God, what do we do? And he said, leave it to these two people to convince me, not to change it, to convince me. So I'm not in their prayer closet to know whether they've convinced the Lord or not. And since I'm not there, still I have a constituency to tell what God is saying. So I don't care whatever happened there, happened there. But me now, I just have to tell you who, on my own. Do you understand? Is my church. No, that's it. When I said I spoke to the president, to the men who will be the president, everyone started putting the same. I know he spoke to my president. This side also say, we know. We have no evidence, but we know he spoke to ours. All of them have been spoken to, but only one was congratulated. That's it. And let me just tell you something. And I have the evidence.
And on Prophet Victor Kusi Boateng's side, he was saying that nothing has changed. NPP is still winning.
Everybody is aggressive. Bishops are praying and prophesying. Pastors are prophesying. What is Papa saying? Has the verdict changed? Watch this. I stand here to let you know that what the Lord told me during Signs and Tokens conference, which was reaffirmed when we were having the all night, the Lord told me is the final verdict of the election.
Whereas Dr. Isaac Bempah is actually saying, according to the directions that he did, the prophetic directions that he did for Mahama, things have changed towards Mahama's favor. And he's saying that Mahama will win and nothing will change it.
NDC, Oman will win election.
Now, whatever we have said shall come to pass. The NDC would win the election.
My family, that's what the prophets have been saying. Remember, God showed them that NPP would win. But there are a lot of factors that can actually sway this thing, to either side. We have Prophet Victor saying that nothing has changed. We have Dr. Isaac Bempah saying that according to the prophetic directions he has done, Mahama is going to be winning. And we have Prophet Angel who is saying that he doesn't want these politicians to take advantage of him. He is going to come out a day before or 2 days before the elections or on the day of the elections to actually release his prophecy, which he has actually recorded. He said it on Sunday that he's going to be mentioning it to his partners, to his international visitors and the like. So this is where we are at. So the $1 trillion question is, has God really changed his mind? And another thing that, sadly we have to ask is, will the elections be free and fair? So you just tell me what you think in the comments below, my family. Like, share, comment and subscribe. Yes, this video been helpful? You tell me in the comments below. God bless you.